Freedom is actually simple. The mind makes it complicated because the mind insists on control. We don't control anything, yet we influence everything in our lives by our thoughts, emotions, actions. So what we're doing here is inviting ourselves right here and now into personal spiritual discovery that is already here just by being still for a few seconds at a time. There is much old we can leave behind here, and much new that we can take with us. There's an Indian proverb that says, everyone is a house with 4 rooms: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Most of us tend to live in one room most of the time. But unless we go into every room every day, even if only to open the windows and air it out, we're not a complete person. Great chances for growth come now and then, but little ones arrive every day. But this is the ordinary magic right at hand, these little chances for growth that are arriving moment to moment. I say something now that may surprise you. Everything is working out for you. No matter what the story your mind and pain body are reciting endlessly. The evidence is not out there in whether things are easy or difficult. It's in here, where peace is at hand no matter the outer turmoil. Even if what's in here seems like a jumble, don't be fooled by the mind's ability to trigger emotions of doubt and fear. This is what our unforgiving mind runs on. We're a beautiful mess, just as we are. That's our humble humanity. Just underneath all that are those doors that swing open. Every untrue thought that we believe creates distress. Any stress in our life has illusion in it. Stress can only come from believing our thoughts about our experience. It does not come from the world. Realizing this is a major road to inner peace. Byron Katie. Remember, our unforgiving mind only knows to create separation within ourselves, because all it knows is separation. This isn't only inadequate, it actually brings us much more of what we wish to avoid. There is no illusion greater than fear, Lao Tzu says. And the guide says fear separates us from our surroundings. It makes us blind to the truth. It's important to keep asking for grace to help us be motivated by a genuine commitment to the active work of self-recognition and understanding. The truth is lived, not taught. And our thinking mind, left unattended, gets in the way of this. Rumi reminds us, unlearning is the highest form of learning. Self-love is what starts to flow when we see how much of our own suffering we can let go, when we see the parts of it we create, when we uncover and see what are real unmet needs that only we can fill. There's nothing in this world that can trouble us more than our own thoughts. The illusions in our thoughts began when we were young, with what others fed us from their own pain body. They became entrenched as we repeated the same to ourselves, and continue to do so unconsciously where it's hard to see, and even more humbling to admit. Remember, our mind will always believe everything we tell it. So we want to feed it with hope. Feed it with truth. Feed it with love. We want to free happiness from the chains of our habitual behavior. We want to turn to the areas in our lives that can open, where we can bring happiness into our direct experience. The more we allow our deeper inner joy and happiness by simply being still for a few moments, the less chained we are to the habits of our vicious circles, the more we can choose our responses to ourselves and the world. We can transform our vicious circles into onramps of positive creation. It's not about perfect. It's about willingness. It's about commitment. And when we reconnect to that every day, that's where transformation happens. That's how change occurs.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Bye, everybody. I love you.